Hello, my name is Wezlee, and welcome to my new show, which is Gaming News Roundup. So we're going to go through all the latest gaming news from today and look at Reddit. That's where we're going to start with gaming leaks and rumors. So please like and subscribe. I hope you enjoy. Right, let's get straight into this by going over to Reddit. So, first piece of news is a bit of a 4chan leak, and don't trust 4chan basically. It was about Hideo Kojima's new game. We're still going to check it out. Maybe there's some interesting ideas and whatnot. But so here's the actual leak. Someone screen grabbed from 4chan. So I'll just read it out to you, and then I'll go over my thoughts on, if I think it's legit, or if not, probably not. It is 4chan at the end of the day. They like to mess with people. So anyway, let's get into it. So basically the provisional title is The Doppler Effect, and it's co-produced with Sony, despite recent rumours of maybe Kojima actually working with Xbox, so that's something to pick up on. It will be a multi-dimensional, futuristic action game with investigative elements and an oppressive dystopian atmosphere. Not open world, but the locations will be multiple and large enough to offer optional exploration. The story will be told along two story arcs from the beginning and the end at the same time and reach a climax towards the middle. Something kind of like a Christopher Nolan sort of take on a Kojima game. For now, none of the previous actors seem to be involved. The only certain name is Ralph Ineson. Now, I don't actually know who that is, so we'll look that up. There will be collaborations with some existing brands, but the main one is with NASA. That should also take care of some consulting. The announcement is expected in late 2023. Okay, so, well, what is interesting is this, the story will be told from beginning and end, very much kind of like a Tenet sort of thing. So, that's kind of plausible because we know Kojima loves films and he loves Christopher Nolan. He's spoken about that in the past. But, overall, this leak doesn't... I just don't think Kojima's going to do that. I can see why this person's put in, not open world, but the locations are multiple and large enough, kind of like Metal Gear Solid 5, so that kind of makes sense. But overall, yeah, I'm not too hot on this supposed leak, this 4chan crap, to be honest. But let's just look up Ralph Ineson, because Ralph Ineson. Here we go. I do recognise him. So he's in The Green Knight recently. UK actor. It's a very strange actor to kind of, say that he's working with him. Maybe let's just try type in Ralph Ineson, Hideo Kojima. No, must include. No, there's Hideo Kojima, the inexperienced knight. Let's look at this. Coming of age fantasy quest. So let's just go Hideo Kojima. No, there's nothing on it. Okay, so I think it's the bit that really turns me off is this whole working with NASA. I don't think Kojima would be allowed to work with NASA or even want to work with NASA. He likes creating his own worlds. That's kind of something that, Bethesda's doing with this kind of Starfield, is creating something that could be close to reality and probably working closely with NASA. But, well, let's keep it in mind. We always like a bit of a Hideo Kojima leak, but when it comes from 4chan, and as someone says here, isn't Kojima's next game going to be published by Microsoft? We would expect so. So, yeah, 4chan is fake. I think that's pretty obvious. Right, let's go on to the next one. People Can Fly's new Project Dagger might be a third-person online shooter with narrative content. They're the dudes that created one of my favourite games of the year, Outriders. So this rumour apparently has a source. Let's check out the source. It's the game post. Fairly reliable. No, We don't want to allow any of that. So last year, People Can Fly, the developer behind Outriders, Gears of War, and Bulletstorm, announced they are working on a brand new original AAA action adventure with a working name Project Dagger, which is in partnership with Take-Two. Okay, interesting. This all sounds good. Recently, the company has published 70 plus job positions on its website. That's always an interesting thing to look at, because if you're ever interested in trying to find out what they're working on, always go to the career section. So of course they're using Unreal Engine, but here we go. So this is, you've got quite a few studios. There's a lot of positions going, so they're definitely ramping up right now. That's what we can tell from this, really, is it's full scale ramping up. That's just AI designer. These are always interesting, because the AI in Outriders was sometimes patchy. So yeah, it just talks about, all right, job description, here we go. So creating, pitching and prototyping gameplay ideas. So this tells me this is quite a young development of a game. So they're definitely in the early stages. A bit of a shame, because I did really enjoy Outriders, even though it was plagued with all those issues, especially the inventory wipe. I actually had a build that was like super OP, had a really insanely rolled shotgun, and I could just zip around and destroy. But I lost all my inventory, and that was kind of the end for me. I never really got back into Outriders, but I played it for a good week solid. In fact, let me just go on my Steam, and I'll just tell you how many hours I put in, and it was only during 1 week. So I definitely had a big love for that game. Well, where is Outriders? Here we are. 108 hours I put into Outriders. So definitely a game. If you haven't checked it out, it was on Game Pass. I don't know if it is anymore. I would get it. It's hugely enjoyable. But anyway, back to this. Yeah, pretty standard stuff. They're not really sharing much. We'll go to one more that, level designer, always interesting to look at. Experience in level design, it's the pretty standard stuff. Only 2 years though. So if you've got 2 years experience, it's pretty good. Anyway, so here we go. One of the job positions for Riot. Right, here we go. So this is where the actual news reveals the game will feature a compelling original story content consistent with company philosophy and vision. The majority of these positions have a requirement for individuals with experience with online or multiplayer games, with which, putting it together, we might have a co-op story-driven game for PCF similar to Outriders. Cool. The job description for senior concept artist, so we just clicked on the wrong ones, is looking for a passionate senior concept artist who will be responsible for creating cool environments, characters, weapons, and vehicles. Yeah, this is still pretty standard stuff. This isn't really news. So I don't think there's a huge amount here apart from, right, we got a new game from People Can Fly. Probably, hopefully, learning from their mistakes and what really went wrong with Outriders, the plague of issues that hit that game, and hopefully creating something really enjoyable again. I do hope they bring back that loot system and that real, area where you can create a build that's your own and unique. Maybe even more so, because some builds were just locked to certain things just being too OP. But I think they've definitely learnt from Outriders, so I'm excited about this one. Right, let's go on to the next. Castlevania Advanced Collection, seemingly leaked via Play Asia. Alright, this is interesting. So, let's find out what this is about. I'm not a big Castlevania fan. I know some people are, so gotta go through this crap. Trucks. That's a truck. Alright, here we go. So Play Asia, obviously this must be confirmed by now. I can't see this, this does not look fake to me. And if Play Asia are posting it, it would be nice to actually have the link to the store, but they're probably taking it down now. But if you're into Castlevania, I should really check it out. I know everyone really loves it, but not for me. Right, new Switch controller. Don't know what more there is to say about that. As always, it seems like there's a new Switch controller every goddamn month, so that's nothing big. Here we go, this is big day. This is a rumor, possible Bloodborne tease from PlayStation Japan. So here's the original tweet, someone's translated it. Oh, and they've deleted it, so that's very interesting. Translated roughly to, the moon tonight is even more beautiful, ... Possibly teasing a remaster of 60 FPS patch. Mid-Autumn Festival, which is a moon festival in Southeast Asia, probably nothing from it, but interesting they chose Bloodborne to show off. So not much there, but interesting to look at, right? I guess everyone wants that remaster, and I think in the Nvidia leak there was Bloodborne for PC, which would be really good. I'll be very excited for that. Right, Ben Studios, new IP based on concept art. We're not going to read that because that's not much. According to Roberto Serrano, the next Star Wars game is being developed by Quantic Dreams. So we've heard quite a lot about this recently, that Quantic Dreams, the people behind Detroit Become Human and Heavy Rain, are working on a Star Wars game. Which I'm interested in to see, although there are a few worries about it because they opened this new studio in Montreal, and they've hired a lot of new people from Ubisoft and things to help with a more action-oriented game, which is unique. Could be cool if they've still got the compelling story-driven stuff behind it. I loved Heavy Rain. I didn't play Detroit Become Human because I didn't hear good things, and I should jump into it, but I'm excited if they add some blasters or some lightsaber action into something that could be quite stale after especially like a 20-hour playtime. So I'm interested to see what they do there. Right, well, I think that's like most of the news from the last day, but let's go over to Kotaku and see what they have to say for today. So PC game is going to really lean into slavery. I have not heard about this game. Let's go over and check out what they got to say. Can I get rid of this big ad? There we go. It's gone. Right. So when Paradox Entertainment, they do City Skylines and things, announced Victoria Free earlier this year, I was very excited, but also a little wary. Simulating the comedic excesses of medieval rulers is one thing, but how is a game coming out in 2022 going to handle depictions of very real and lingering issues like the exploitation of workers, and on even shakier ground, especially in the United States, slavery? Turns out they're just going to do it, rather than try to tiptoe around the whole practice, or even more embarrassingly pretend it didn't happen at all. Paradox is planning to fully implement slavery in the game, setting some nations like the US to have it operating by default, but also simply allowing, adopting, or abolishing it as an in-game decision as well. I like this. I don't think we should hide away from things like this. Even though Fortnite's MLK thing was a bit strange, overall, yeah, this excites me. Especially with the player choice being able to abolish it. Like, everyone's going to do that, right? And if not, then I don't know what to say. You're a racist. But yeah, sounds pretty good. I might check it out. I do like games from Paradox. So, well, here we go. Here's some big news. Overwatch 2's boss is quitting Blizzard for some time off. With Overwatch 2 still in development, the series' executive producer has quit Blizzard for what the company says is some time off. Chaco Sonny, who's been at Blizzard since 2016 and has worked on both Overwatch games, announced his departure to colleagues on Friday, Bloomberg reports. In addition to his role on Overwatch, he was also the company's vice president. Well, I think this had to happen. This needed to occur at the end of the day. Blizzard's in such a mess right now, what they've been doing, and yeah, it's just not nice, right? You don't wish this on any company, and yeah, from the top down, they need to go. So good stuff. Well done, Blizzard. here we go. This is an interesting story. So Sonic dad Yuji Naka is shocked at game's $430,500 auction price. So I'm just quickly skimming through this. Naka repeatedly asked his Twitter followers whether the auction price was a scam. He also seemed to express hope that Sonic might legitimately earn such a stratospheric sum, saying in one tweet, "I wondered if it was time for Sonic to reach a high." So it was Sonic Genesis on the Sega Genesis, a 9.4 rating. So for $430,000, that is insane. But with these collectibles, I'm happy to see Sonic up there. I just want to look up original Mario at auction. 1.56 of Super Mario 64. So I think it deserves a bit more, to be honest. All right, maybe it's not the best version, but that's interesting to see. And if you're a game collector, fair enough. All right, here's a big piece of news, and I will get it up in a second. The email I got from myself. Right. So last year, a music industry crackdown on streaming site Twitch resulted in copyright strikes and mass deletion of videos, as the National Music Publishers Association sought to cut down on streamers playing licensed music. Twitch has now made a deal with the NMPA, but for streamers. It's not exactly a game changer. Alright, why not though? So, unlike DMCA, Twitch will give creators a chance to course correct by first issuing a warning. Twitch will remove any VODs and clips that contain unauthorized music from the creator's channel. If a live stream involves one of the several specified flagrant music uses, examples include rebroadcasting music concerts and broadcasting pre-release tracks. Twitch may also issue a warning or penalty depending on the creator's history of that kind of music use. This is good though. I've been streaming on YouTube, but I might switch back to Twitch because, having that free reign of not having to worry about the music you should play and things like that. And I've always been, the mind that says this is good marketing for these companies. This is a good thing for them. You can, have people listening to your music, sharing their opinions, and as long as it's just not straight up them playing your tunes or ripping them off and reselling them, it's good for you. And ultimately that should be what's at the bottom of this, is who benefits. Both the streamers benefit and the musicians benefit, and for me that's good, because unknown musicians could get their songs, smaller musicians could get their songs taken off Twitch, for example, because they've been licensed through this big company. But let's just go over to the actual email. I just gotta get it up. Anyway, if you like all this news and you're enjoying the content I make, please like and subscribe. Join the conversation below as well. I hope you have some thoughts on what I've talked about today. But anyway, let's go back. Right, I got a lot of crap here. Where was it? I swear, Twitch. Here we go. So here we go. This is their email. So if you're not a Twitch streamer, this is what they actually sent out. So, protecting your channel. While the vast majority of you don't include unauthorized background music in your live streams, the recent batch suggests that some of you still do. The only way to protect yourself from DMCA notifications is to not stream music or other copyrighted material. You do not have the rights to. If you know you have unauthorized music or other copyrighted material in your past VODs or clips, we strongly recommend you permanently delete. So things really haven't changed, right? Which is a bit of a shame. I really feel like they should just get over this. It's kind of like, like I said, good marketing for both sides. Everyone's happy, they win. Like, of course, I see why they might be upset, because you could just do a whole stream where I'm live streaming just someone's music the whole time, but you know, that shouldn't be the thing. Right, next story. If there's anything else. Not really interested in that. I think that would be a good article. I'll link it in the description, but we're not going to go over that. We're more onto the actual news about gaming, rather than, you know, the cultural stuff. But right here, not too much. Oh, this is quite interesting. The leaked script from David Cage's Star Wars game. Ooh, now you do have me piqued interest, right? So this is literally it. Let's go for it. Why not? So, interior, X-Wing pilot apartments day. Xander, an X-Wing pilot, has just got out of his shower. His bare bottom is visible at all times. He sees his droid VD69 tidying away last night's pizza boxes. I was just thinking, VD, about how racism isn't great at all. Sometimes I think racism, as a matter of fact, is really bad. Okay, we're not going to read it all. But so this is a leak. Now, I assume David Cage is still working on... Yeah, so this is literally what we could expect to see in this Quantic Dream game, right? Is that so? Rebel High Council, that's interesting. It's got a bit of a comedic slant to it, so... But of course, this is all subject to change, but this is quite cool to look at. I'm very intrigued what David Cage has got in store for us over at Quantic Dream. You know, quite a pioneer at the end of the day for gaming. If you're into that sort of gaming stuff. Right, let's just head over to IGN. Alright, see if they've got anything news, right? Trending news. Now we kind of want gaming, like this is the problem, they don't break it down into gaming over here. So we've seen that one. Anything else? Ah, yeah, of course, Alan Wake being a Switch game. This is a bit late to the rumor mill, but so it was rated for the Brazilian agency. Switch Brazil shared it on Reset Era. I don't see why not. You know, it's not a hugely graphically demanding game. Who is it? It's the people that did Mafia 2 Definitive Edition, correct? Who are working on this. Let me just check. Who, you know... No, Mafia 2. They got a strange name. They're a UK studio. It's like DS2 or something. D3T Limited. Right, let's just go on here. Yeah, they are. So they're working on the remaster. So I don't have huge high hopes. They didn't. If you look at the comparison between Mafia 1 and Mafia 2, Mafia 2 the original and Mafia Definitive Edition, there's really not much difference. So I don't really know what they did here. Let's just have a look at Nick's quick video. Okay, like I guess that is a bit of a texture resolution bump. But look, like, you know, and that kind of disappoints me because Alan Wake is such an atmospheric game. You know, you really want them to do a bit more with the lighting and a bit more with particle effects and like fog and smoke. So, you know, we were all hoping for a remake, but we're not getting that. We're just getting a remaster. Anyway, I think that's it for all of today's news. Like I said, if you did enjoy this video, if you found anything interesting, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I might switch up the format a bit instead of me just going through like the websites, creating some more visually entertaining stuff for you guys. But well, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to catch you soon. Check out my live streams. Do that like, do that subscribe, and I'll catch you soon. And bye.